Clear.
Okay. So yesterday we started session on AI, right? So we discussed about something called the large language model. Actually, we started with discussion of AI automation and what are the opportunities in AI automation. And next we moved on to the large language model. Okay. So from this point onwards, things may seem little complex to you guys. Okay, to understand the large language models and to understand the prompt engineering, how to talk to the AI. Okay, then using this prompt in the automation, initially it seems little complex. Okay, for that you need to improve your mindset. Okay, like every day I suggest there is a audio called the strangest secret. Please listen to that every day in the morning. Okay, it builds a strong consistent mindset. Then you can have a strong belief on yourself that you can crack this code, you can crack LLMs, you can crack AI. It is easy. Or else the problem is you are so capable but you are not aware of your capabilities. You are stuck in the old patterns. Okay? So to come out of the old patterns and you believe yourself to excel in your life, you need to reshape your mindset also, along with the skill set. Mindset is 80% and skill set is 20%. If you have a strong mindset, strong passion, strong love about the technology, right, then this is very easy. LLMs are very easy. Automation is very easy. Right? You need to believe yourself for the first thing. Okay. So let me you share that. Are you guys able to see my screen? Yeah, is my screen visible? Guys?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So this is strangest secret in the world. This is the uh,
Turn your LinkedIn profile
this is the one you need
into a
to
lead
hear
generation
every
machine
morning.
using AI. Yes,
Okay?
you heard that right. By building मैं आपको बताना चाह
You need Hindi, but you can either Hindi or English, but try to listen in English, but Hindi, Telugu is also fine. Okay. This is the one I strongly recommend to improve your mindset. And if you have anybody know about the law of attraction, please practice those stuff. By doing those practices right, so you can organize your day properly. You can organize your time properly, right? So many advantages. I think most of the people sailing in the same boat. Some people are struggling in the jobs, they want to update, and some people are struggling to get the job. Some people are idle, they want something in the life to, to achieve. So to achieve your goals, you need to have very clarity, every idea about your goal, what you want to achieve. Okay, then you need to do journalism in the morning, like you open some book and you write about your goals. Always you have some goal card in next 2 months, next 3 months, how much amount you want to generate, right? Write in the goal card. Okay, 1 lakh or 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, whatever some put some goal. If you have goal, right, then you have the energy to work on the goal. If you don't have goal, days will pass on like that only. Guys, it's good. Okay, now we move on to the actual subject. So please follow my recommendation. Have a goal card. Write a book about your goals in the next few months. What is your goal? Next 1 year goal. Next 3 years. What is the goal? What you want to achieve in your life in next few years, right? So then there is energy to drive. That energy drives you about this learning new technologies and working on the new technologies. If that energy is not there, you can't achieve these things. Okay, energy is very important. You need to take care of your health, your energy, your relationships, all the stuff. Then only you have very peaceful mind to focus. If you don't have proper health, you are always thinking about health, how to improve health. That is the one, right? So you need to invest some time on the health, take good food, have healthy and happy relationships. These are all matters to achieve this kind of stuff. Right, friends? Okay. Now, the topic. Yesterday, we discussed about something called large language model. So this large language model is behind every AI tool like a ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, whatever it takes. There is a large language model behind that AI. Okay, so uh, if you're seeing ChatGPT on the front end, like on the UI side, you're seeing ChatGPT, but entire thing happening on the back end LLM. The same applies to either Gemini or Cloud or whatever AI tool you're taking, right? Then, if you what is the LLM actually? What is LLM? LLM is a very complex system. All the books on the world, all the internet resources, blogs, papers, we all these things, trained on top of LLM. LLM is trained by all those stuff. Okay. So if you see books related to some specific department, right? For example, law. If you go any advocate house, you see very big rack of books, right? Law books. Okay. So assume a lawyer having the knowledge of all the books. He need not refer the book whenever a new case come, right? He need not refer the book. He has all the idea of all the books. How it could be. Even the senior lawyer also, they go and refer all the books. Whenever a new case come, they do the homework. Go open the some case and do the homework, right? Okay. So as a human capacity, we can't remember everything, right? But LLM is kind of a system that remembers all the books, like law books, medical books, engineering books, everything in the world. Okay. How we trained, that is the magic. Okay. When you ask a question to ChatGPT, okay, yesterday the point I always stated multiple times, when you ask a ChatGPT, it won't go to a specific source and get the data. It won't. Okay. So it got trained on all this stuff. It got trained. A training is the process of training is little complex, but it got trained so that it will act, it will think exactly like human being and give a response. Okay? In our brain, right? As a human being, in our brain, there is something called neurons. In our brain, they assume that 80 billion neurons are there in our brain. Whatever we learn, right? That information stored inside our brain as a neurons. Okay. Neurons will fire and wire whenever you learn a new information, right? So people will say, if you want to learn something very strong, you need to recall multiple times. If you recall, if you remember multiple times, what happened? That neural pathway become very strong, then you won't remember, you remember easily, right? Or else you heard about that topic one or two times. After that, you didn't recall that subject. You'll forget easily because the neuron got fired, but neuron doesn't have the pathway. Yeah. Same way we have the neurons in your mind. Similarly, those the computer scientists build some kind of neural network in the LLM. So that neural network got trained on this all the book stuff. Okay. So these computer scientists who build the LLM, they replicate our brain, how we think, how we remember the things, how we analyze the things. The similar kind of mechanism they replicate and they developed the process system called LLM. Guys, are you able to follow? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So they replicate our human thinking process and they develop the system called LLM. So this LLM is responsible for processing the input and generating the response. Okay. And yesterday we saw some high level process how LLM thinks. So there is a 5-step process. It is same for all the LLMs. It's either ChatGPT or Gemini, Cloud. All the 5 LLMs take this 5-step process at a very high level. Okay. The first three are input, means we are giving input, right? Like this is the input for LLM. We give the prompt is an input. What is the prompt here given? If you see prompt, right? In the chat GPT, I'm telling you, you are an expert life coach. Explain the law of attraction to 7-year-old kid. This is the prompt. And it generates the prompt like this. Law of attraction is kind of, kind of like magical magnet inside you. Some response it generated with a story, right? So this is the response. This is the input. The prompt is input. The response is output. So how LLM thinks is a 5-step process. The first 3 steps belongs to input and last 2 steps belongs to output. Okay. So what happens when you give an input? The test is broken into tokens to model the process. So in the input, what the text is a text. You are an expert life coach. Explain the law of attraction to 7-year-old kid. This is the text, input text. So this input text is broken down into tokens. Hmm? So yesterday I shown you how it is broken into tokens in ChatGPT. You're right. But suppose you go to ChatGPT, sorry, ChatGPT tokenizer. Even accept all. You are my life coach. See, if you see here, right? This is an input. This is a tokenized test. How many tokens are generated? There are 6 tokens are generated out of this one, right? From 4 words, 6 tokens got generated. Okay. Again, for each token, there is an ID called assigned for each token, right? This process called tokenization. Okay. So because what is ID? Always the computers will talk in with the decimals with the binary only, right? It won't talk as a text like human beings. So internally, these token IDs convert into binary numbers. Okay. Then that is very first step. And second step is called embedding. In the embedding, what happens is it will put all the related tokens in one place, actually, right? So, for example, I will give you something like here, suppose apple juice. Apple juice is tasty. Something, a sentence is there, right? So here in English, if you see an English language, right? In English language, words are limited or unlimited. In English language, there is words. This is word, right? Apple is a word, juice is a word, easy is a word, and tasty is a word, right? So in English language, words are limited or unlimited, guys. Yeah. Not only English language, take any language, is Telugu language or Hindu Urdu language, Tamil language. In a language, the words are limited or unlimited. What is your answer? Yeah, unlimited. Really? How you can say words are unlimited? Sentences might be unlimited.
Limited only based on the number of letters we have. Words
Yeah.
will be.
If you see the latest Oxford dictionary, there may be 1 lakh words or 2 lakh words. There is some thing is there, right? We don't have 10 crores words in English, 20 crores words. It is not infinity words, right? Okay. So probably 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh words are there in a language, in any language, right? This is higher, but it is limited. It's not like infinity number of words are there in a language, right? Okay. But out of 1 lakh language, we will hardly use 1,000 or 2,000 words in a day-to-day usage. Not more than that. Not 1,000, 2,000. Yes, at least 500 words we use in our day-to-day conversation. Okay. But there are more number of words, but it's limited only. It's not an infinity number of words, right? Okay. So if words are limited, this is the apple is there, juice is there, word limited. Then whenever apple comes, so there are other words which are close to apple. Apple and juice are little closer. As apple and pen, apple and pen, the relationship is not that close, right? Because this is what, but there is some there is a very minimal chances these two words come together, apple and pen, right? Whereas apple and juice, apple and tasty, apple some related like apple farm, okay, apple stores, these are some little bit there is a chance of getting close, they are close. Then what they did is moves the words which have a close relationship. There is some probability given for each and every word in your English. Like for apple, the juice is very closer word. Means for there is some kind of weightage given between these two relationship. Like apple and this is the given as 80% probability. Apple and juice. Apple and pen is also there, but only 10% or 5% probability. Apple and pen, right? For every word with the rest of other words, there is probability defined. How this probability is defined? Apple and juice is closer. I'm saying that apple and juice are closely associated. The 80% probability is defined between apple and juice. How it is defined?
Based on what we did yesterday, sir,
Yeah,
based on the input that we give.
based on the input. What input? I told that initially, these are all LLM got trained with books, internet, and blog papers got input to this LLM. While giving input in books, in most of books is given that apple juice is tasty. Apple how to made apple juice. Apple juice can be made with different systems, different ways. These are there in internet blogs and somewhere, right? So most of times apple and juice it's see very close, these two words multiple times. Then it will think that okay, apple and juice have the very close relationship. Therefore, they put higher probability to the two words. Okay. In the blogs or papers, internet books say something called the sky is blue. Okay. The sky is blue. Something this text is there. The the sentence is there. The sky is blue. Then what it will do is between the sky and blue, it put some higher probability than any other color. The sky is green. This is also there, but the probability of blue is the 90%, whereas the probability of green is the 20% to the 10% given association, right? Okay. So what happens is it after the training, after the all the we books in input, all the we given input of books, all the blocks, all the in block papers, how the LLM build is there is a very complex three-dimensional system. There is the relationship between word to word. Okay, I can show you can relate this stuff. One sec. This is one good article. One sec. So this kind of structure will be developed after training in between word and word. Each word. This is each dot you consider as a word in English. Okay. All right. So once the training is completed, this is structure. There is a relationship between each word and word, and there is some kind of the weightage given to each word and word. Based on that weightage, it will generate the response actually. Okay. So what happens is in the embedding phase, this kind of weightage, it evaluates that weightage. Already weightage is there. It will check the weightage, which would be the in the input. What is the weightage between the words? What is weightage between these words? It will like evaluate the weightage. For example, uh, in the input, you can see that how to make apple juice. Okay, this is your input to ChatGPT. And one more input is what is the latest version of Apple phone, right? So here, is this Apple and this Apple is same? Yeah. Is the same Apple? This Apple and this Apple? Guys? Apple juice and Apple phone. Apple juice is a fruit apple, right? Whereas Apple phone is a device, right? Is a device. The first one is a fruit, second one is a device, right? So by taking this input, it will understand either input is talking about the juice or talking about the phone, right? By evaluating this vector, this entire graphical vector, this entire graphical vector is already built when the training happened. Guys, it's too complex. Are you guys able to relate, resonate, understand? Or can we skip and can we move to the next topic? Yeah. What is the first step? First step is there is a LLM. It got trained on different all these materials, other stuff, so that it can understand our request and send the response. This is clear, right? It is the first step. This everybody know because we are using ChatGPT Gemini. We are giving the request and we are seeing the response. Okay. So how it generated is this model is got trained, right? So how training happens? Training happens like you can think of a similar analogy like our child in our childhood days when the baby is very small baby, maybe months baby or 1 year baby. To that baby, if you show the cat, okay, if you show cat and you tell the baby this is a cat, right? And next 2 days, after 2 days, if you show the cat, the baby can relate. Maybe if the baby is able to talk, she can tell that this is a cat, right? If you show the dog, the baby can't tell because you didn't train the baby on the dog, right? So we will keep a small baby books and we will train the baby. This is a dog, this is a cat, this is a pig, something like that. Then afterwards, the baby can able to identify the dog, pig, and cat, right? How it is happening? The baby, you are training the baby to recognize the stuff, right? Similarly, we are training the LLM as a baby. Okay. Therefore, it able to generate response. How we are training is we are actually building a very complex graphical complex mapping system like this between English words. Okay. Whenever training happened, after training, this is the one, this output of training. So for each word, there is some kind of relationship is established. So based on our request, it will get the closest words, possible closest words, and generate the response. Okay. But one thing is, I'm telling you, as our goal is AI automation engineer, we need to have a high level idea of this stuff. Need not how these are related internally, how they generated this kind of structure. That is not required. Okay, try to at high level try to understand at very high level what is the training. After training, what is the input, and how the LLM will generate the response. That is the only thing we need to you know we need to concern about that one, right? So then the third one is in the embedding section. What happen is it will check the closest ones. Okay, between based on input, how these words are related, how the input words are related. It will check that one in the embedding section. Okay? And third is the model attention focus on the most relevant part of the input text. Most relevant part. See, if the input text is there, right? In the input text, you are an expert life coach. Explain the law of attraction to 7-year-old kid, right? So in this input, what is actual the very important one, guys? For example, explain the law of attraction to 7-year-old kid. I'm going to ChatGPT. Explain law of attraction to 7-year-old kid. So in this prompt, right? In this prompt, what is the most significant one? The first is, this is the law of attraction is the concept I want to understand. And second is the 7-year-old kid, right? If you don't give the 7-year-old kid, what happens? If you give the 7-year-old kid, the response is different. Let's say you want a red toy car. Every day imagine playing with that, playing with it. You feel happy thinking about it. This is entire thing addressing to a small kid, right? Okay. So basically, there is a very complex topic. Uh, that complex topic, we can't teach that complex topic as it to the kids. We will what you do if you want to teach that complex topics to the kids, you simplify that topic, right? You simplify it and you teach in a way that that kid understands with the help of stories or whatever, right? But the same topic, if you are explaining to your colleague or your co-worker or something, you won't explain like a kid. You explain like a professional, right? Yeah. Similarly, ChatGPT also, the prompt is 7-year-old kid. This is the attention one. This is the important part over here. The same prompt, if I give the explain law of attraction without 7-year-old kid, the response is different, right? The response is entirely different. It will explain as if it is explained to an adult, not in a kid. Got it? So in the self attention section, what happens is it will check how I can generate the what things I need to consider while generating the response. What are the important factors I need to consider while generating the response? The important factor here is, in this case, it is a 7-year-old kid. Based on this context, LLM need to generate the response, right? So that all factors we will consider in the while generating while transformer mechanism in this part. So first part is tokenization. Second part is evaluating the closest words in the embedding one, and third part is the most relevant and most important parts in your input response. So based on that, in the prediction, what happens is tokens convert to numerical vectors that represents the meaning So in the prediction, what happens is it will predict, the system will predict the word by word. Okay. So based on input, it predicts the word by word. See, like this. This is my input, and it will predict this stuff. Let's let's explain the law of attraction to 7-year-old kid. Imagine this stuff it is trying to predict, but not in one shot. You will thinking that if you once given the response is giving all this response once we given the prompt we're getting all the response, right? But this response we is not generated in one shot. Multiple iterations happened to generate this response. Okay, first it generates the all right, and second it go once again. This entire process got iterated, and second response the Srinu, something like that. Word by word is getting generated, right? So the model generates sentence by iteratively predicting words, maintaining relevance of the and coherence. This is the actual generation of the response, right? Yeah. So guys, you can go through this stuff again. Okay, this 5-step process again, and yeah, there is something called the factors we need to fine tune that I will teach you little later. But now the most important part is how we need to talk to the chat GPT. Okay, as an AI automation engineer, because that is the one we goal, right? Our goal is to automate the business processes using the AI. Okay, leveraging the AI full potential. If you want to leverage the AI full potential, you need to have the understanding how to talk to AI in a proper manner. Okay, so that skill we called as a prompt engineering, guys. The skill of talking to AI and getting the proper response, that is called a prompt engineering. Okay. So if you're very good in prompt engineering, the advantage is while doing the AI automation, you can give the right prompt so that the automation is perfect. Okay. If your prompt is wrong, the automation may have a difficulty in your automation, because something in automation, whenever the intelligence is required, whenever the human kind of intelligence is required, we are configuring the AI component, right? So if you give the proper prompt, that human will work, that AI will work as a human, and it will deliver the way it is expected. If you don't give the prompt properly, it won't understand your request and it won't perform as usual, as expected. Okay. So this is the core skill you need to master, right? To master, to get the AI full advantage of AI, right? So let me go with the prompt engineering. So far, any questions, any doubts? Are we good so far? Yeah. Afsar, Ashwin, Mabu, Nanda, Ram.
No doubt.
Hope you got some high level idea about this concept. I don't think enter the detailed idea, but high level idea, guys, because it is very complex topic. It will take some time to digest this topic, but I hope you got high level idea how LLM works. Okay, and the importance of the prompt engineering. Okay, if you want to share something, you can share before I move on to the this thing. Right. So as it is generating the new things based on one text, it is generating entire response, and based on your input is generating the image, right? You give a prompt like I want the dinosaur image, it will generate the dinosaur. LLM generating the dinosaur, right? So in the LLM, different models are there. What we are doing, chart GPT text model and image model are there, right? The image models can able to capable of generate the images. Text models are capable to generate text, right? But chart GPT is a multi-model. Like the same model here, I can ask for the text. Okay, I can now I can ask for image also. Okay, generate image of small boy something. It will able to generate image, right? So the same model is able to understand the text and understand the image. So this is multi-modal. We call as multi-modal AI. This one is right. Whereas some AI tools can able to understand only text. If you ask the image, they are not capable of generating the image. There are called text model AI, text model LLMs, and some they are only specialized in generating the images. Okay, then you would understand this model multi-modal LLMs, right? Okay. Now your LLM is a trained digital brain. Okay. Prediction engine consists of mathematical models. Then I told every time it predicts, right? Whenever I give the prompt, it generates a small by image. Whenever I given the prompt, right here, okay, got it, Srinu. Let's go step by step. Explain the law of attraction. This is every night, every iteration. It will generates token word by word, right? So how it is generating is there is a very complex mathematical statistical procedures are there. Okay. So that will generate this response. You need to understand that mathematics and statistics. Just to understand, it will generate, like the step by step in the 5-step process. If you understand the 5-step process, that is enough for us. I'm teaching what is enough for us as a AI automation engineer, no code engineer. Okay. Not for the actual a machine learning guy or deep learning. That's a different story. Though we are not aiming for the machine deep learning or machine learning engineer. Our goal is we need to automate the business process. For automating business process, we need to configure the AI component. To configure the AI component, we need to understand the basics of AI component. That is the requirement for us. Okay, to understand the AI component, this is the basics. Got it. Now we are in the mind map. I'm going to back to mind map. Is a mathematical prediction engine consists of mathematical models. These are all those engineers break their mind and generated that stuff. So again, we need not break our brain. We want to utilize that LLMs or that AI models in our business. That's it. Okay, they given very smart friend. We are just we're thinking how to utilize that smart spend efficiently in our business. That's it. Okay. And then different kinds of models are there, like reasoning models, coding models, general purpose chat models, multimodal, RAG, open source models. These are different kind of models. The example are like this. Okay, like this. Multimodal chat means chat GPT, Gemini, Cloud. It is called chatting models. We can talk to them as a friend, as we can ask questions. We can ask to generate some creative writing. Like you can go to chat GPT. Hey chat GPT, I want to create a reel on Instagram. Please give me the script of Instagram reel. Then that chat GPT will ask on what topic you want to generate. Means I want to create a reel on the chat GPT, or say I want to create a reel on the productivity. Then the chat GPT will give the script. Hey, this is the script you need to follow to create a reel, right? Or else you go to chat GPT and you can ask like I want to uh, post on the LinkedIn on this technology. Please give some LinkedIn content, post content. Means the chat GPT will generate the LinkedIn content and provide you, right? So that's one. It's creative writing also possible. There are something reasoning models. So reasoning models we use whenever it requires the thinking, deep thinking, right? So you can ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, or you putting some reasoning into reasoning mode. I want to earn 2 lakhs in next to 40 days. Give me the strategies to earn to 2 lakhs. I have these skills. Then I don't want to go for sales jobs. I want this coding job. I know coding or I don't know coding. You give some criteria and you ask for that. Then ChatGPT will use the reasoning brain and it will generate the response accordingly. Okay. And so we can also use the coding also. Some ChatGPTs, these are Gemini code. They will generate the copilot, generate the code, right? Python code. Okay. These are the coding LLMs, right? And some chat GPTs are medical specific chat GPTs, okay? Some media specific chat GPTs, right? Finance specific chat GPTs are there. So there are specially trained. I given, right? Trained means like ChatGPT is trained on the all the other different kinds of domains like education domain, law domain, medical domain, technology domain, right? I want only specialized in medicine, more training, or different kinds of medical documents, medical papers on different medical universities up to latest. Then you can take the medical specific LLM. This is specialized. Like if you go any doctor, there are some kind of dermatologist, them cardiologist. You go to cardiologist, he will you come to know about different things about your heart, right? So like this, the domain specific chat GPT is also available. You want more specialized knowledge on that, right? And multimodal, like I said, multimodal LLMs are they are able to generate text, image, video, audio, all the stuff, right? And the RAG models, retrieved augment generation. This is a good concept. Like anytime you head up the new notebook LM, um, I will teach you in that about the RAG also. Will teach. I will organize my session on RAG. And the open source LLMs are there, Limma, Mistral, right? So we can download these LLMs, all the code is available and make use, you can find use, you can use these LLMs, right? So this is about the high level introduction of LLM. And yesterday I shown you one site. Anybody remember to know how many models available? Yeah, to compare your LLMs.
Five,
Anybody?
500.
Yeah, I want to know their site name. What is that site, guys? Anybody remember from where I come to know the latest number of LLMs available in the world? I want to test multiple LLMs at the same time. Yeah, Ashwin, Afsar, Nanda. Anybody can provide that input about that site? Guys, please concentrate. This is very, very important topic. That is called OpenRouter.ai. Okay. In the OpenRouter.ai, if you go to the models, you can come to know. Today, yesterday actually 512. Now 3 more models got added today. Today is 515 models are available. In the world, there are 515 LLM models are available, but most of 90% of people know about ChatGPT or Gemini. Okay. These many models are available. There are text models, image models. You can see all these models stuff, right? And sometimes you may ask, hey, these are 515 models available. I'm too confused. Which model to use for my work? Shall I use the ChatGPT? Shall I use the Gemini? Shall I use the cloud? Which one you recommend? Is there any hard code fixed answer for that question? Do you guys think? Okay. What do you guys think for the question? There are 515 LLM models available in the market, right? Which LLM should I use for my requirement? So can I use the always ChatGPT? I don't require other models, the Grok, DeepSeek. These are not required, or how can I?
Some licensed product we can prefer actually.
Okay, that is one thing. If you work on the free, you can choose the free models.
Yes.
Or okay, if we go for the paid models are available. Paid models you can have more capacity to. Rather than that, here there's something called rankings. You are here. Okay, in the open router there's a rankings. In the rankings, see now its ranking will change every month. Every month you can new rankings will come, right? In the month of the September, no, this is the rankings. The world number one LLM is a Grok Code Fast. That is the rankings, right? ChatGPT 5 actually the 10th rank right now. GPT Mini is more. This is also from ChatGPT. This is the fourth, sixth rank, I think. GPT 5 is the 10th rank. Gemini is 8th rank. Gemini Cloud. This is the cloud is very good tool. Actually, people, you are not using the cloud. I strongly recommend use this AI tool frequently. This is my favorite AI tool actually. I use this one rather than the chat GPT. The response is very good. Okay. Try to use this cloud, not new AI. I'm putting this in a chat window. If you guys not using, okay, try to use this thing, right? I'm putting the open router also. Go with the open router and try different things over here in the open router. And okay, here the Grok fast is there. Shall I use the Grok fast for everything? No, that's not answer. So here, according to your requirement, categories are there over here. Okay, so like market share, categories, compare model. One sec. Here, see here programming. In the programming category, so if you guys are hard coders, like you want very strong coding background, you want to use the LLM for coding purposes, then your choose of LLM model is different. The requirement for coding, this is the one, this is the ranking. Your coding is not your primary one. You are something like you are marketing guys. Okay, you are focused on marketing. How to market your products using LLMs, using ChatGPT or you want to market your products using AI. Then you need to go to the marketing, right? So for marketing purpose, there are different LLM is there. Gemini 2.5 is good for marketing purpose. Gemini 2.5 Pro is good for marketing purpose. This is third rank, right? So based on your business requirement for legal purpose, you will get different ChatGPT, different one, right? Legal, what is the legal purpose? Market share, top of this one, grow cost somewhere in categories. Yeah, category for legal, Gemini 2.5 Flash, right? So according to this, you can choose your tool. Which tool is having more ranking, more people are using for that specific, business requirement. Got it. But I strongly recommend to use the chat GPT or cloud. These two are very good tools. Okay. But yeah, at this point of time, I don't want to confuse you. Don't confuse with multiple tools. But I strongly recommend go and try with each and every tool like Grok, DeepSeek. Just give a prompt on the DeepSeek, on the Grok, on the cloud, and see how the response. Give the same prompt on the cloud and on the chat GPT and the Gemini and the Grok and DeepSeek. See the response, endless response. Which one is generating the better response for your requirement? That is the one thing you can do. Okay, then you can select that thing as your favorite. All right. So this OpenRouter is very good one to understand your LLM models. Please bookmark this one. If for images, the different thing is there. Okay. So whenever you get doubt, what AI I need to use for my requirement, based on requirement, check it out over here. Okay, my requirement is marketing requirement, and get the tool and use that tool for marketing. Then you get the best results out of that one. Guys, are you able to follow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions? Any doubts? I'm not hearing from you guys. I'm a little confused. Are you guys able to following or not following?
Yes, we are following.
Wonderful. Perfect then. I'm very happy. If you are followed, very, very happy. It's fruitful to you and to me. Okay. Then that is the one. The next one is a comparison. Like yesterday, I told that you want to test different models in one shot. Okay. I I want to test. I want to test the Gemini, DeepSeek, Grok in one shot with the same prompt. Then you can do the here add a model, and I want to text all the free models. Then see the free models of NVIDIA. One thing is there, and I want to text one more model like DeepSeek free model, and I want to test one more model. Meta free model. Meta also you are daily using, right? Meta in your WhatsApp. That is also Mistral, Grok. Gemini has one free model, and let me check it out. Meta has a free model. So I'm using a Meta, Gemini, DeepSeek, and NVIDIA. Okay. I want to understand more about LLMs. Provide me the best resources. Some prompt I given, right? This prompts got fired on the 4 LLMs at the same time, right? You're seeing the response generated by the first free model, and I think Gemini is working on the background, right? And the Llama, this is the one from the WhatsApp users, Llama, and this one, right? Okay, got it. Some DeepSeek also got response. So here you can compare your the response, and whatever thing you like, you can use that one, that model. Need not use ChatGPT every time, right? But we used to that one. Okay. Guys, please practice this on the OpenRouter. Try to compare different models over here. All the free models are available. Okay. And something, this is the one like this invalid arguments means this is some paid model. Something I tried the paid ChatGPT, or sometimes this is not using. Okay. 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 Most of people in the AI world, right? Actually, one advantage I will tell you over here. You want to use different models. Like I want to use the Grok model. I want to use the DeepSeek. I want to use Gemini. I want to use the ChatGPT. But you need to invest a lot actually. You want to use the paid models also. You want to be, because paid models has some more advantage. And we want to test all the paid models. You want to check the paid models. Then it is quite expensive to take the subscription of all the paid models, right? Every month you need to invest around the 10,000 or something like that to to use all the paid models. 2,000 per model, something like that, right? And tomorrow a new model came, then you need to take the subscription of that model again, right? So instead of that, what you can do is you can load some amount in the open router. Okay, there is somewhere in the some pricing option is available. You can load some amount over here, and you can use all the models. Okay, so according to your consumption, that amount got deducted. For example, if you load around $10 in the OpenRouter, you can test the grok. Suppose that DeepSeek is expecting $20 per a month, right? So what you can do is you can use that amount. You can test the DeepSeek for that amount for a many number of tokens. Okay. So loading over here, you can test multiple tokens over here. That is the one advantage is there. All right. Hmm. Similarly, for the only ChatGPT model, something called the you can see the playground. One sec. ChatGPT, OpenAI. This is also similar kind of the thing, but it is specifically for ChatGPT LLMs. Whereas OpenRouter, we can test multiple different kinds of LLMs. Okay, guys. Okay, this is about the actual LLM and how to compare your LLMs and how to get the best LLM according to your requirement. Hope these questions got answered for you. You know how to select your LLM for your according to your requirement, right? Any question on the OpenRouter to compare the models and to select the models? Okay. And next, what is the time now? It is 7:35. Yeah. Yesterday, people complained that the people are not able to focus more than an hour. And you guys tell me, you want to stop over here. One thing is, I want to cover this prompt engineering. Actually, this is a very good, very important skill, the prompt engineering. Because when you start your AI automation, we use only the prompts only in the AI automation. You need to know how to give the prompt. Okay. Whatever things we discussed so far is for your understanding of the AI, right? Means you need to work on different AI models. You need to generate the images, generate the videos, all the stuff you need to do. I'm not saying you need to work on only automation. You need to work on the AI too at the same time. But focus on the automation. Focus on how can I leverage that AI capabilities in the automation. That is the focus point. But you are not I'm not. You are concerned to AI also. At the same time, you need to check it out. What the new models are coming. What is the advantage of those models? How the industry moving towards the new AI stuff. All the stuff updates also. You need to aware of all the new updates also, guys. So I'm stopping over here, and probably in the next session I will cover the prompt engineering because this is a very important topic. I will complete this entire topic in one shot. The prompt engineering, don't miss. I will most probably tomorrow we'll cover it. Okay. And like I said, the program details, everything also I will convey tomorrow about the program details, everything. Okay. On the automation, the stuff. All right, guys. Any questions so far? LLM? Yeah. Guys, anything you want to share? Any question?
Sir, as you mentioned right yesterday, so we need to check some job opportunities. I mean, some websites, how
Yes.
so we need to check so how the opportunities are going on. I mean,
Yes,
basic
yes, yes,
things.
yes, 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 yes,
I
yes.
mean, day by day, what are the opportunities are available?
Yeah, yeah. So I will answer that question in the same way like LLM. Okay. So LLM, there you heard of something AI tool called perplexity. So the magically This perplexity is not an LLM. So ChatGPT is LLM, perplexity is not an LLM. Let me give a simple analogy like what is the difference between chat GPT and perplexity. Hmm. So if I hit the question chat GPT and perplexity, it gives the response. Let's understand the response. Why I am giving this one? See, perplexity is always a consistently better search results with real-time web access from multiple sources. Real-time web access from multiple sources. Whereas the chat GPT is a trained model, means you can't get today's updates or yesterday updates on chat GPT. Chat GPT actually is trained maybe up to January 2025, or 5 to 6 months back. Up to that point only is got trained. After that point, we can't get the answer. Maybe we can ask ChatGPT also. Let's up to what date you are trained. I'm trained up to until 2000 Jan 24 only. Okay. See, afterwards it will fetch some real-time updates, but actually it is trained up to this one. Whereas a perplexity, right, is always get the latest real-time results from multiple sources. Okay, right? And basically, okay, whenever you want to research something, what are the latest things happening in the world, so the perplexity is the best option than the chat GPT, right? So this is verified. ChatGPT for perplexity, it will give the links also over here. For each and everything in links, right? The perplexity of chat, which is the best AI tool, it will give all the links over here. You can go to that links. That is the one advantage. Whereas ChatGPT doesn't give any links. All right. So always go to perplexity, right? So I want to earn some 2 lakhs using AI automation. Provide strategy. So it will give n number of the links, real time, genuine, verified links only it give. It's not, we need not re-verify, because the chat GPT sometimes 100% information is not genuine. The response of chat GPT, we can't rely on that information, right? Sometimes it may, if it is trained faultly, it will respond according to that, right? Because it depends upon how you trained. Okay. Whereas this perplexity, it is the very genuine information, right? So always try to get that one. I will tomorrow onwards, next time I will show different opportunities for this skill. Okay. Meanwhile, if you want to research by your own, follow the strategy. All right, guys. Right. So there are multiple things are available over here. Business freelance for job, and make how to make AI automation. How to Reddit also very good one. how to make money with the automation and the path to master the strategist. Always, this is also bookmark this tool, Reddit.
Sir, you said for Chat GPT or Gemini, we need to train the system. How the perplexity is showing the results? Uh,
Perplexity
uh,
actually he developed on top of the Google. You take the Google APIs and Google stuff.
okay.
Google is the one is expert in all this browsing stuff, right? Okay.
Yes.
So it underlining it using Google APIs.
Okay.
Perplexity is developed by Indian only. Something Arvind Srinivasan, his name is there. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I can also help you the opportunities or the business things available for this skill in each and every session, like Mabu recommended. But for your own, if you want to do research, this is the way you need to research about this monetizing strategies or job opportunities, employment opportunities, or freelance opportunities, or business opportunities on this particular skill. Okay. Not only this skill, any skill. Tomorrow, if you're not passionate about these things, or I'm not feeling interested, this is very boring stuff. I want different stuff. Then, whatever stuff you are interested, you can do the research on that skill in the perplexity. Yeah. That's about the question Parmabu asked about the opportunities. And you need to strongly believe that automation is the future. If you convince that automation is the future, then automatically job will. The only thing is you need to master it. First, focus on mastering a skill. If you master right, job is jobs will run behind you. Now, 80% focus on the mastering the skill. Don't like if you master skill, nobody will call you, nothing, no opportunity. It's not like that. No, actually for any skill if you master the you will get the opportunities, but at this moment, at this time, at this era now, if you master the subject, you easily get the opportunities. Okay, now the focus on how to master this skill, and don't think much on the after mastering, after getting, after investing your time, after investing your energy, after investing your money, do this journey is fruitful or not. It definitely fruitful if you focus 100%. I will master this skill. That I will guarantee you. Guys, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just believe that one. If you, yeah, believe the market, believe the stuff. That's it. So, any question or shall I conclude the call? I will share the update on the prompt engineering is one of most important topic. So, I start it tomorrow and I will explain the journey also, next steps also. Okay. Okay,
Okay, sir.
guys.
Sure.
If
Thank you,
not,
sir.
yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so
Mm.
much, guys. Okay, if not, I will closing the call now. We can see you tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
One more time, please
Yeah,
provide feedback. Okay,
sure,
how
sure.
you're looking. That's give me way to teach you. Means are you how you're feeling, how you guys are feeling. Based on that, I will tune my teaching. Okay.
Sure.
There are some teachers, some teaching people also there. They can understand my pain. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Take care. Chalo. Bye.
Thank you.
Mhm.